Hey guys, I hope you had a really good Christmas and a happy new year. So I thought this year I would start some YouTube channels and go over some topics that I think you're going to benefit from. So let's start the year off by goal setting. Let's do it together. I'm going to share my top 5 tips and some actionable steps for you to make. And if you stick around to the end, I'll share with you a PDF that will help you plan and set your goals. So the first one is set a goal that excites you. So do away with the boring goals like I want to lose weight, I want to tone up, I want to get fitter. We've wanted that our whole lives, gals and guys. We've wanted that our whole life. Let's get away with that goal. Let's just set something fun that's motivating and exciting. So for me, I'm motivated and excited by new skill sets, whether that's learning how to do a backflip, a new handstand, try a new style of movement. For me, I've been trying martial arts and I was a dancer. So skill sets, classes, things that you're working on, if you're doing that once a week, then you can realize, oh, maybe I need to get fitter for this skill or movement. Maybe I need to get stronger. So pick something, doesn't have to be crazy like me. You could choose, this year I want to do the 11K run or the walk, or learn how to do, I'm going to try Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Whatever it may be, make it something that's exciting for you, makes sense to you, makes you want to get up and move, like not, just some of the goals I hear over and over again. Yes, we can just want to get healthier, get stronger, get fitter, and there's nothing wrong with that. If those are your only goals, then they're still completely valid. But you're probably going to get stronger, fitter, more mobile, and tone up and look good when you're training towards something athletic and that's not your primary goal, but it happens anyway, because that's what happens when you train that skill or train that movement style. So I've just found it a bit more freeing, a little bit more fun, and generally just more exciting to have better goals, simply put. Alright, the next one is to define your why, or this is another way of saying this is your strong motivator. So to be quite personal with you, my strong motivator at the moment is knowing that I'm going to get married this year, and then after that we're probably going to try to have kids. So as soon as that happens, my physical output will decline while I'm pregnant, and then a little while after while I'm recovering from birth. So excited. Yeah, anyway, so that's my strong motivator. I don't really like sharing that, it's quite personal, but I'm doing it for the benefit of this video and to show you that the strong motivator has to be something quite personal, quite unique to you, something that is really getting you off your butt and moving. So I've had other clients be like, I really want to keep up with my grandkids, my kids, I want to be a good role model to them. I want to do this for my future, for a wedding coming up. There has to be something that is strongly motivating you, that's going to help you keep on track when the chips are down, when you feel like giving up. That's when you recall your why. Why am I doing this? And if it's just to look good, or just because my doctor told me, it's not really going to work. It has to come deep within yourself. There has to be something pushing you forward. The next one is to break down your goal and to make it specific. So these long-term goals we set have to have a broken down system. So most of you should know how to goal set based on the acronym SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, results-based, timed, and specific. I think that's it. I'll include it if it's not. So set goals in that way and take these long-term goals and break them into short-term actions or monthly focus points. So when I have a client, we discuss their long-term goals and then I help them break them into bite-sized chunks or just a few things that you can focus on. So it's usually 1, 2, or 3 actions that you can focus on that week. And you want to take these long-term kind of vague goals and make them more specific. So another long-term goal I have, as well as doing random movement things, is to get on the stunt guild this year. So for me to get on the stunt guild and to be actually stunt ready, there's certain physical requirements that I need to meet. So let's talk about scuba diving. So for me, I've done my scuba course, and now I'm going to have to do 40 verified dives. So for me to make that specific and actionable, I need to kind of figure out how long it's going to take me. I've set myself 3 months, and I've decided to do these dives over January, February, and March because it's summer and it's warmer. And I did my course in winter, and holy crap, that was not fun. I literally vomited at the end, and I felt bad, but I'm trying again, and I'm having a better mindset with it. I'm going to enjoy scuba diving. And if not, I'm going to try free diving. Anyway, I digress. So we had that long-term goal, 40 verified dives. Then I break that up, and I've decided that I'm going to commit to 3 dives per weekend, per every second weekend. And so I'm going to try and do Saturday, Sunday, if not just one of those. So just quickly figured it out on the calculator. So if I do 3 dives Saturday and Sunday every fortnight, then I will have done 36 dives. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do a little bit more on some of those days, or I might bleed out into January, March, April, which is all good because I just need to get this done by June. So that's my goal. That's how I've broken it down. Then I'm going to go put it in my calendar and make it specific, make it locked in, make it actionable, something I can tick off. So that's how you're going to break it down. If it's not in your calendar, if it's not written down on your fridge, if it's not in your app, then it is not happening. You need to write it somewhere, and you need to have a time, you need to have a place, and then you need to plan all the other steps to make that thing happen. The other goal that's really important for me for my stunt journey is to get fitter, because I've found in a few trainings, especially my ninjutsu, because I do martial arts, and especially in that, I find that in my grading last year, I got my green belt, which was very exciting, but I definitely felt how unfit I was in the second half of my grading, and I want to sit another grading before my wedding, so I want to make sure the next one I do that I don't lose the plot like I did, and my fitness isn't letting me down. So for me to get fitter, I've decided I'm going to do a run just because it's easy, cheap, available to me. I will follow my own programs, and sometimes instead of a run, there's like a cardio circuit and little add-ons I've got on the app. So I'll be a little flexible with that, but I will be fitness focused at least 1 time per week doing a run or a cardio specific training. My goal is to do 3 kilometers and do that comfortably, and just be able to kind of increase my fitness, but drop the amount of time it takes me to do the 3 kilometer run. Let's go. Running is not my strong suit, so pray for me. Send me all your good running energy. Okay, so you've broken it down, it's specific, it's in your calendar or it's in your app, you've got a training program that you're working towards. That was like 3 dings, sorry about that. Obviously new to this whole thing, let's put the do not disturb on. Anyway, next up, we need to track, review, and celebrate. So hopefully, because you've really broken down your goals in a good way, you can track them. So on my app, this is super easy. There's so many different ways to track your goals. But then I also do check-in forms weekly and then monthly. You should definitely be reviewing every week and every month so that you can make micro adjustments along the way. If you are interested in like losing weight and you're that type of thing, then also I get people to track their waist, their weight, all of that kind of data points just gives you more information for you to work with to see what's happening. So every week, rather than kind of going into the next week blind, is what I'm doing working. You know, but also understanding that transformations, or especially body recomposition, certainly takes time. So you have to have a lot of different data points, things like measurements, tape measurements, the weight, data points from the gym, what weights you're lifting, and then also things like your observations, how you're feeling, your energy levels, because you need to tweak your nutrition to make sure you're optimizing how you're performing in the gym. So there's a lot that comes down to it. Like, I help people get all that working for themselves, but the more that you're looking at what is happening and being observant, the more information you have to work with to then decide how to take the next month, how to take the next week. And then at the month mark, you also get the chance to review what were my short-term actions. Did I do them? Yes or no? What do I need to work on for the next month? Do I need to make it easier, make it harder, refocus my focus, or change it? Usually if someone's struggling with a goal or a short-term action, I've set them in the first month and they're still not really getting it, then we have to do the same ones again. We can't really jump onto another one until the foundation blocks are sorted. Hope that kind of makes sense. The next thing is to celebrate your wins. So little achievements and milestones you go through, you should definitely celebrate. Share this with a friend, share it on social media, tell your mum, tell your partner, make a big deal out of it, because that's super healthy and inspiring for ourselves, not to just kind of get something done and move on and not acknowledge the effort we put into that. The last step you can take is to learn from and try to problem solve common barriers or past obstacles. So for people, this could be lack of nutrition or educational knowledge. So for that, you probably want to problem solve this by hiring a coach of some description, maybe a nutritionist, an exercise coach, someone you can learn from. Then you might have lack of motivation. Motivation isn't something I really encourage people to find, but rather to find their stronger why, because then that's going to make it easier for you to stay on track towards your goal. It's usually not motivation you're looking for, it's a better why. It's a stronger why, and it's the action that creates motivation. When you actually follow through on the things you plan, that's when you feel motivated. So don't be searching for motivation, be searching for consistency and setting up a plan that's realistic and a very strong why. If you feel overwhelmed, that's where, again, someone like myself, or if you can do it, simplify. Just absolutely simplify your goals, make them really, really simple, and get that one goal and then use that to motivate you to move on to another goal. Try not to do everything at once, or hire a coach who can assess where your body's at and then help you to decide what to focus on. Often it's when we're trying to put everything into one plan and we're just overwhelming ourselves, or we're kind of doing the wrong things and we're not even aware of it. A girl came to me and I realized she was doing too much. So I simplified, I helped her to feel less overwhelmed. The next thing is to have, when people have no structure, and that really makes it impossible. You've got to, if you've goal set properly, then you've got a structure you're following. You've got to have a plan, an exercise plan, and then every day something you're doing and something you're tracking. So again, if you're looking for structure, I do have programs that are pre-done and loaded into an app, but you can create this yourself. Again, it's just a bit more effort and energy. Then a lot of people say that they just don't have support or accountability. So this is where, again, a coach is really useful. Or another thing you can do is like join free Facebook groups and you can find support in that way. Or talk to your partner or some friends that might be having similar goals and create your own little training group, and that way you can support each other in that group. I also find classes are great for this. It's a natural way of having that support system and accountability to show up every week. So if possible, I like people to have a class they're attending every week, because it kind of just gives people something nice to like keep coming back to. And with me, when I'm on the app, I also have check-ins, so I can really support people week by week, not just at the end of the program. So those are my 5 actionable steps. I did have one more bonus point, and this is to really make the whole goal setting process something enjoyable. Like if you can set an hour to yourself or catch up with a friend. I love getting nice journals, nice pens, making the whole process feel really beautiful. I also ordered for myself and my partner this year a really beautiful wall planner, and the stationery is just divine. So it's going to make me feel like when I'm organizing things, when I'm writing pen to paper, it's just so much more pleasing and something I want to do because the design's beautiful, and I'm definitely someone who appreciates good design, appreciates, you know, the effort people put into creating beautiful things, so I want to use them in my day-to-day life. I have this nutrition and training book that I give to my clients, and it does help with that process of goal setting and kind of helps you stay on track, but that's only if you're a pen to paper kind of person. Otherwise, these can feel a bit overkill. But that is all from me. I hope this has helped. I'm going to include a free PDF for a monthly exercise planner you can stick on your fridge, and a little sheet to help you plan your goals, your long-term, your short-term, and your strong motivator. So if that's helped you, fantastic. If not, well, good on you for. That's how Nala feels. Nala has been barking for like the last 30 minutes doing my head, and that's why I'm probably sweating and not as nice in this second part of this video, because I'm over it. Being a dog parent, it's not that hard, I'm sure, to real parent, like real parenting with kids, but man, you lose your patience, don't you? Anyway, that's all for me. Catch you in the next video, and hope you have a great week. See ya!